I feel like social is the easiest place to really kind of like make a mark, and especially you, like everyone else doesn't know you, but like Colin's fucking dope. Colin is exactly the kind of person that you would want picking out your jewelry or styling you, or I mean, fucking look at him. And I think there's so much value to that like in-store experience, and your store really is sick. But I think also, you know, people have different perceptions of like what they can get with you. So it's like two things. Like one is you just need more reach, right? Top line, let's go. This is who I am. This is what I like. Even your outfit posts, I love, and I feel like that is going to make someone come buy more jewelry from you. But then on top of that, they need to like know what they can get, right? Otherwise, they don't know what's different from your jewelry.
I think people are intimidated, especially when you're known as a custom jeweler, and you know you have that out there. And I think people think they don't understand the range that you can work with. They don't understand that you can work with smaller budgets, and so
well, yeah, and they don't know what they're getting at the top of the budget either, right? So like, someone runs into Hermes, right? Even if they buy some like piece of shit leather bracelet, they know they're like trading on the brand, right? And so you just need to like kind of get yours out there. I would say the like shopping online pieces, even though people have to come into the store, because especially for your stuff, you know, someone forgot their anniversary, their whatever, they don't have time to fucking buy something online. They need to like run into a store and grab something they know is going to be dope. But I would say,
to your point about the private jeweler, what we do here is we have relationships with our customers. So like Amanda, if you came in once just looking for something or to drop off a repair, I'm going to make sure I know what's your top 3 items that you want next. And I'm going to reach out to whoever is lucky enough to call you their significant other and make sure they understand that. So we're not just pushing like our idea. We want you to be a part of it too, you know?
So I would show pieces, man. Like what are, give me like 3 price points. Show me something in like in the 3 to 5K range. Show me something like in the 30, 50K range, and show me something nuts, like 6 figures plus for someone who really wants to ball out.
Okay, so you're going to have to guide me if my camera isn't on it, since I can't really see what I'm showing you, but here we go. So I would
beautiful face, Colin.
Oh, okay. So I would say what we are known for is sort of our edgy design within a traditional jewelry space, and then the picking out of top quality gemstones and interesting things that people haven't seen. So we do an anniversary band with a bunch of different gemstones, and these are gray spinels.
Go close.
Set in rose gold. And this, there
pretty.
we go. Yeah, so it's like a very traditional design that's used in bridal, but we're proposing it as a right-hand ring for a lady who wears lots of blacks, lots of gold. You know, it becomes more about the different gemstones than the piece. And I would say that's in like the $3,000 range for a handmade gray spinel ring in rose gold. And I would say for the next zone, we're kind of in that $10,000 space. And for something like that, we can get these really dope, we call them sapphire waves.
Closer.
Yeah, closer. Oh, that is.
Let's get in the sun.
Yeah, actually, the sun kind of makes it harder. Yeah.
I don't know, I like the sparkle.
But so basically what Borzous, and I'm looking forward to seeing the really expensive one. What you need, one thing you could do is you can do like a reel and show a bunch of different things you could buy within a certain budget. Like your budget is 3,000, and then you zip through a number of products. Your budget is like higher, 10,000, I don't know. And then you zip through a bunch of things, and you want to show a lot if you can, and go really fast, because then the more people, then they'll repeat it. They'll watch the reel multiple times, and then you'll get multiple views. And so then
That's a great idea.
And then, so then the more views it gets, even just by one person, 2 people, if they're seeing it 10 times, just one person seeing it 10 times average, then it's just it could blow up.
Well, and you have so much different things, right? So like, I would love to see you shit on like men who are wearing like a Cartier love bracelet and like what you would do instead of that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or because that's where everyone goes, right? They're like, oh, I got, you know, I'm gonna spend 30 grand on the nail bracelet.
That's right.
Cartier, right? So it's like, hey, instead of that, you could have, and I'm like, I haven't even asked you, but I'm 100% sure higher gem quality, better metals, more long-term valuable investment. You know what I mean?
Exactly. All that.
But it's a long-term play of like building the Shaw and Shaw brand.
That's right.
Which, to your point, you traded on like people like being in the city and coming in, and now we got to make a little trip from the suburbs, which is fine.
That's right.
People will do it.
That's right. Now what's happening is it's become a much more almost concierge service, because they're not coming down. We have to proactively go, hey, it's your anniversary next week. Here's some things, you know what I mean? And that's
do that like 3 days before, not a week before.
Exactly. For most guys, definitely.
A week gives them time to go somewhere else. 3 days, they're just like shit, and they'll run right in.
Well, what if they've already bought something at 3 days, or does that never happen? Do people not?
Touche. No, let's A/B test it.
Yeah, exactly. I would say that's a great poll to put out to the Manoverse. But I think 3 days is probably early for most.
That's actually another social post for you. You could do a poll.
That's a great idea.
And then also, I have a question. Do you have a newsletter list? Do you send out a newsletter?
We do normally. It's been a while since I've done one, but I need to start it back up, because again, one of the things the smaller space allows us to do is teach a lot. We share a lot of information with our customers, and one of the ways we got that out at the newsletter was like, hey, it's June today, it's Pearls month, and then we could talk about pearls, and people don't even know their own birthstones. So that's a way to like have a personalized piece of jewelry with just attaching it to a month that you were born. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a great idea too.
Hold on, what's the baller thing? Give me something.
Oh yeah, I gotta see that.
100K plus.
I'm sorry.
Give me a baller.
100K. Okay.
100K plus.
So
did we do the middle?
Is kinda. This is a 20 karat minimally heated
we can't see it. There you go.
Sri Lankan sapphire that we set in 2.5 carats of colorless VS diamonds. I set it kind of tipsy because it's part of our tipsy collection, and I did it because I wanted to figure out a way to make this huge rock feel playful, but also note that it was important. So you wear it on your hand a little tipsy.
So like I'm baller but casual about it.
Exactly. There's a Lil Wayne song about this. I'm going to let you figure out which one, Borzo.
Didn't they just redo it as a country version as well?
Right, probably.
And then something else, and I'll put this on Amanda because she knows how I feel about it. How do you feel about him on the Shaw and Shaw Insta versus like pushing his personal one more?
Pushing his personal
Instagram more than the Shaw and Shaw one.
Well, you're gonna say personal.
That's what I said. You know what I'm gonna say. So I wanted to get your opinion.
I mean, I don't know about pushing more. I think personal always does best. No matter, I mean, it just does because people like interacting with a human. But I think I think it's great to put a lot of effort into both because you want to grow both. And if you can grow them together, that's ideal. You piggyback off each other.
Right.
But you are the value add. You are the differentiator. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know everybody wants to be behind the scenes and not be involved in the business, but like everyone comes for you.
Yeah. Ugh. Okay. Well, I guess I got to get in front of the camera as you've been telling me to do for 6 months.
I'm gonna come over and we're gonna shoot something.
Oh, thank God.
We are
finally.
Definitely the newsletter. Pick that back up because, you know, especially with the way that you describe your sales as relationship sales, and you can do a lot with that, and you can personalize those and, you know, automate some of the things as far as, and you probably have some of that. You say the birthday thing but you know, there's a lot there that I think is being left on the table, and it's not that difficult. So.
Yeah, it's like normally having the interesting content and stuff and cool things is the hard part, and you have that all figured out.
Right. No, totally. It's as you've called me out before, Borzu. It's just my own insecurity about being in front of the camera and speaking directly about what I do. You know what I mean? I always kind of wanted to be more the wizard behind the curtain type of thing. But
how did that work out for him?
That's right. Good. I need to go back and rewatch, to be honest. No, I'm kidding.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember either.
Behind the curtain, a real, like, something that's really popular these days is the behind the scenes types of, you know, reels, or what, you know, things that people don't see that you're doing to make all of this happen. That's what people are interested in. So you could do behind the scenes videos and things like that. You could anything about the education, anything you might have done in the past as a newsletter, educating people on when to go custom and when not to, or, you know, I don't know if you've used that at all, but just as an example, you can reuse a lot of the things from the past and put it on social or in new newsletters with like updated anything that's new, you know, as of now. So it could seem old to you, but it's not. These
Two things. One, that was a really good point. Like the stuff that you feel like is earth shattering, is not the only thing you need to post, right? The normal stuff, the everyday, like really basic stuff to you is like magic to people who know what you do. But one other pillar, I think it'd be really interesting if you were not going to buy something and you told people why. You know, like you're somewhere thinking about picking up a piece and you're like, hey, I'm not going to get this because blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? It like ties to your discernment.
You mean when I'm shopping for myself, like clothes or whatever?
That is not what I meant.
Shopping for jewelry.
I meant when you're shopping for inventory for the store.
Yeah.
Oh, got it.
Someone's trying to sell you this bracelet, and you're like, oh, I'm not buying this because these diamonds are shitty, or because, you know what I mean? Like,
got it.
Like,
yeah, because that's great, and that's actually a genius idea, because really my buying is like this. It's more loose gemstones that then I decide whether or not I'm going to make something for. You know?
I think that'd be.
I can talk about, oh, this color's nice, but it's not the top color because it needs to be more blue, more pink, blah, blah, blah. That's a great idea.
Yeah. I think that'd be really cool too. If you could do one of those a week, and even I do like Amanda's a bunch of stuff idea, but even if you're just doing like one piece at one price point to like get your feet wet and get rolling, I think you crush it.
Okay. That's really, you're helpful.
Doing amazing live making the video. It'll be much easier when you can edit it if you mess up.
True.
Good to know. Yeah. Now I need to learn how to edit.
I'll come over. We'll do one together. It's easier than
good.
All right.
Well, if I could have 1/10 of your acumen, I'd be happy.
You would be shocked by how little acumen I have. Guys, everyone, Sean shot in DC. When we post this for real, we will tag you and give all the links for them.
Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate the free advice.
Anytime.
Thanks, all right. Later.
He really would. He would just murder it if he put
I was thinking of that would get me to buy maybe on the spot with the real thing is if he has a ton of choices, especially if they just keep shipping, like if there are at least 10 different products.
Yeah. Well, I think everyone knows he's high end, and and he's got a great reputation in the city, but they think he's like 100K plus. So if they have 10 grand, they're like going to go to some, like I said, like Hermes or Cartier or something, where they could get something way more dope and way more unique from him. They don't know that.
Right.
You know? All right. Anyone else with questions, jump in the chat. We have our sweet, dear friend, Danya, coming in next.
Oh my gosh. And I'm frozen.
I'm so excited for you. It's been a minute.
I know, it's so good to see you. I'm excited to get to have this conversation. So thanks for having me. And also, I'd like to throw out Colin, if you ever need a model, I am more than happy to throw my hat in the ring. No pun intended. To be able to wear some jewelry for a few hours.
I'll put in a good word for you. He's a nice boy. You know what? Maybe we'll go together.
I
You
would
want to come
love
with
that.
me when I go see him? Yeah.
Yes, I'm
And
in. I'm in.
he's dope. Like, you're gonna like him.
I love that.
All right, so let's start with a little bit of a general about your business, which obviously Amanda and I fully know, but give everyone else a quick intro.
Yeah, absolutely. My name is Danya Sherman. I'm the founder and president of NoNap. And at NoNap, we work to combat drink spiking and drug facilitated sexual assault and crime. We've developed 2 technologies. One is our NOPE test, where you can put your beverage onto it, and in as little as 1 minute, it runs a panel of 12 drugs commonly associated with drink spiking within the benzodiazepine and ketamine classes. So point of care, being able to know in as little as 1 minute a panel of drugs. We also have drink covers that you can put on top of red Solo cups or other size, similar size cups to just prevent your drink spilling or anything being added after application. We started with our tests and was getting feedback from our customers that they were using the test, but then holding their hand over a cup and to prevent drink tampering. And at that point, that's stupid. So we were able to come out with these covers where you can actually drink straight from them or use them with a straw. And more recently, we have partnered with a nonprofit that I set up separately from NoNap that's called No More. And we work to just educate and raise awareness in combating drink spiking. And my question for you guys is specifically around No More and our branding. I want us to be a brand that is engaging, that is edgy, that is one that's not fear mongering, but rather I want everyone to be involved in the dialogue. So something that equally is gender inclusive, just like in our core principle at NoNap, but something where we can say no more to drink spiking. And it's KNOMORE, the idea being that you're in the know, you are knowledgeable, but also there's a play on words of this is so, Ollie said it, you like the F word a lot. This is so fucking stupid of a problem that how do we make sure that there's no more? Let's stop drink spiking. And I want it to be edgy. I want it to be something that people will engage with us and talk with us. So we kind of came up with a few taglines and products that we put onto our nonprofit page. That's nomore.org. Thank you for pulling that up. But I just any and all ideas on taglines or brands or products or positioning specifically for our nonprofit, which again is in partnership with our for-profit, how to be able to just elevate the work in combating drink spiking. You guys, also we should have drinks while we're having these conversations too.
I mean, I've got water.
I love it. Me too.
I mean, it's a heavy topic.
Yeah.
And it's a little hard to make it fun. But it's also very well, but hang on, but it's also a very important topic, right? And I think the direction you're taking totally makes sense. Were you gonna say something, Amanda?
Yeah, well, so I was just gonna kind of dive into it. Obviously, like having more time to think would be, but you know, the first things that come out, I see a lot of Nope merchandise, and so I know that was from before, and then so I like focus more on the knowing instead of the noping.
Interesting.
You know, and so the first thing that came to my mind was the more you know, the PSA that they used to have. And you could brand it like with it has like the 3, I'm not pulling it up, but I don't know.
Tanya, I will send you that because you're too young to know what she's talking about.
Oh, that's right. I forgot how young you are. Oh, gosh. But it's like, it's the more you know, and you would do the more you know with, KNO, and it has a star under it with
No, I know exactly. It's like
Oh,
there
do
you
you?
go.
Okay.
Borzo, come on. No, thank you. I love that. But yes,
Well, I mean,
the more you know, I
you are a
love that
baby.
idea. I love you too.
Um,
But yes, so I think I love that idea of the more you know, and I I really want it to be something, and I like the idea also of taking away from nope and more knowing. I think
Yeah.
that's excellent. Nope is the product name underneath our tests, and our covers say nope to drink spiking, um, and which is where we're thinking about doing that collaboration of the two brands, but I like the more to knowing.
There's a bunch on that. I'll let Borzu chime in, but there.
Yeah. So one that I really like the more you know one, actually, and especially the fact that Danya gets it. Frankly, that means hopefully everyone will get it, and it also totally makes sense because those were at the end of like PSAs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like it's shockingly actually on brand. One that I was thinking of was like a Midwestern, like a Don't You Know, and have like almost a caricature. I'm thinking of the mom from that 70s show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
is that where that's from? I don't you know.
It's not where that's from. I think that's a normal like Minnesotan expression or Midwest. I don't know where it's from. Amanda.
Oh, I like that too.
It's Minnesota and Wisconsin. It's not Midwest.
Okay, but I feel like people know what it is and don't think it's funny. I don't know.
So how would you show that though? Of like that Minnesota, don't you know?
I would have a caricature of again. I'm envisioning.
This is kind of cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm envisioning the mom from the '70s show.
I don't think that's the right one. I think we would need to. I don't think that's the don't you know one.
Was it Fargo? Is it the lady from Fargo?
Well, Fargo's more on point, but that's no, there really is. Oh, it was Bobby's World, don't you know? Bobby's World, the cartoon. This is a way dating. Did you watch that?
I know Bobby's World, but like tangentially.
Bobby's World. It was don't you know? The mom always said don't you know. So that might not be immediately recognizable. I'm actually shocked that I even remembered that.
So this is I guess. Are you guys seeing this?
Yes, we are.
Yes, I saw that, Borzu. That's what made me cackle. I was like,
so this is apparently the mom from Bobby's World. I don't know. Does anyone get this reference in the comments? So I don't know.
Yeah, so that might not be people. Yeah, that wouldn't be the easiest thing to get. Like the '70s show mom would definitely, but she didn't say that.
Okay, well, I will say, Daniel, let's do some homework afterwards, and we will workshop the right caricature for this. But it's got to be like a woman that I think would say that. I don't know what that means.
Yeah. No, I agree.
I'll Google famous Minnesotan women later.
But other things.
I like the retro vibe too, though. I like a 70s, 80s kind of like aesthetic for it.
And then just like thinking of taglines, or just sayings that I don't really know what we would do with yet, but that go with it would be like, you know the drill, or know your worth. I think those, or like if you wanted to, if it was like a team shirt and you had people doing an event and it was like your group of people, it could be know it all.
Oh, that's cute.
Know it alls, like every.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. So that vibe is kind of the hat on the bottom middle that Borzu has on his screen of the I know more than you. Is kind of that vibe of like the know-it-alls. I wanted it to be something where as part of this, the proceeds, all of them go towards raising awareness and education. So the idea being of like, I know more than you, of how do we bring other people into the fold of also being in the know, and that the proceeds also go towards providing additional education to college and dating age individuals.
I do really like the know-it-all one a lot. Also, like you could do if you know, like the IYKYK.
Oh, I like that. Like
Um,
as a as like a thing, like hashtag
Yeah.
IK. Yeah, that's cute.
yeah. And I feel like that's like cool enough that like people would wear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Um,
But this is great. There's a lot you can do.
Yeah, I like that. Even like instead of for the shirt, it says the one that we have now says in like in my no era, and kind of playing on the love of T Swift and the Chiefs who just took out the Bills, whatever you're feeling about that. And the Commanders going down too. It was a rough game yesterday. 2 games.
I think most of America's upset about both games.
I know, me too. Me too. I sympathize fully. But I think that could be really, really, really interesting. The focus is around how do we make this brand something that could have virality in dialogue. And I want it to be something that's almost edgy and kind of on the edge for engagement. I don't want it to be something that's PC or like that's not what this requires.
I think, and I don't know if everyone knows this, so we'll do like a mini marketing, whatever lesson too, but Danya has this built out on a Printful store. And what that means is she doesn't have to pre-stock the apparel. It's like as you make one, as you order one, they make one. It's how our apparel store is built on Printful as well. And one of the real upsides to that is you can experiment with a lot of stuff. You can put them all out there, see what sells, see what people resonate with, you know, do a bunch of graphics, post, and put it out there, and just see what like pops and what people are really into.
That's a good point.
And I think you have a lot of good options. I think the design is certainly going to be a factor as well.
Yeah, we want to
workshop. Yeah. But I would say just keep workshopping it. And then one other one from someone on our team is cheers to being in the know.
Cute.
Yeah. I don't know if a shot glass would be an appropriate giveaway.
I mean, actually, I love that. That's super cute. Well, I appreciate the feedback and insights, and you gave me a page of notes to think through.
Yay.
So thank you.
Well, you know you can hit us up anytime, girl. And we will schedule a time to go see Colin. Birds with one stone. Oh,
She's having some connectivity.
Technical issues.
I'm here.
We'll kill all our birds with one stone. We will get you to model some jewelry. We'll make some videos. We'll get it all done at once.
I love it. Any way to raise awareness, and maybe even there's something around a collab of how do you raise awareness and be fabulous while doing it. I mean, if you could find a way that we could do a joint collab with jewelry, I would be even more in that one.
I have ideas, but they're probably not things I should say on television.
Well, I look forward to hearing them later.
We'll catch you in a second. All right.
We good?
Okay. Danya, we will pop you out, and then Amanda will thank you, dear. We'll give it like a couple seconds in case anybody wants to pop in and ask something else. Otherwise, we will gracefully exit our way out.
Yeah, this is good though. That was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Shout out again to Colin at Shaw and Shaw. It's shaw-shaw.com. And then you can find Danya's nonprofit at KNOMORE.org. And I'll link NoNap and everything else in between, but you can like get to it for all the other stuff. What do you think?
I'm good if you're good. I think we did a lot today. that was a great use of a half an hour.
All right. Well, I hope everyone watching felt the same way.
I know, right? And we
will catch you on the flip side.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.